Hey guys, what's going on? Hope everyone is having a good afternoon or late at night or wherever you guys may be. I'm glad to see that you're here. So thank you for showing up, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. In just a moment we will get started. It'll just take a moment for me to prep some stuff and we will get the show on the road. So, in today's live stream, we will be talking about how we can make our stories more interesting, right? So, like, where we're not going to put the audience to sleep or we're with our friends and you're trying to get something out, you're trying to tell something that happened, and you don't want to lose them. That is the ultimate goal. You don't want to lose them. So, how do we do that, guys? How do we not lose our friends to some boring story that you're trying to tell? So, what is a way that you guys can actually make your stories interesting, right? So, the goal here is to make your story interesting, right? To keep your friends engaged, to keep them wanting to be a part of your story, to keep them wanting to listen, right? You want them to listen to what you have to say. So I'm going to go through some tidbits, some 2 cents on exactly what you can do to keep the story moving. So if you're in the live, say hello, let me know, and I can acknowledge you that you're here and that you're engaged and all that good old stuff, right? So that is the ultimate goal, right? The ultimate goal is to get you guys to learn English and get you guys engaged, get you guys excited, because I want you guys to be excited. I want you guys to join. I want you guys to learn from this. So if you're in the YouTube, if you're in the Facebook Live, let me know. If you're in the YouTube Live, give the party hat or a heart or whatever. If you're in Facebook, I will see your messages. Don't worry. I'll try to see your messages, but I'll do my best. Hey guys, I see 32 people watching. That's insane. 32 people are really watching on YouTube? Is it because they're like scrolling up and then like they see this guy in the sunset and this is why your English sounds boring? Right? Is that what it is? Like I'm kinda curious. Like what is I don't know, like it's yeah, I mean then I should be seeing tons of people chatting it up, right? The fact that there were 32 people watching at one time, that's actually really cool. I appreciate it that I got the notice that you guys gave me. Um, so let me put together this poll here on YouTube, and once I do that, then I will get on with the lecture. So yes, it is going to be boring right now because I'm just staring into the computer, prepping things, and what better way to have a boring stream than just to watch me click and paste, right? But if you're here, like if you want to make things interesting, let me know. And maybe after the lesson, I will play a game. You guys can watch me play a game. And yeah, that'll be cool. All right. All right. So let me look at my notes, and we will get started soon. Let me see what we're gonna talk about. All right. So Rudra, hello. Good afternoon from my side. Nice to meet you. Have you ever tried to tell the story and then you ended up losing them to your rant or to your to your story? Let me know. The first point I'd like to do is introduce basically the premise of the stream. So, most English learners tell stories that go nowhere. So they might be flat, or you might sound robotic, or they're full of details that no one asked for. You may come to notice that you probably get bored listening to yourself talk. But here is the golden hammer, guys. All right. Here is the golden nugget. All right. That you're going to take away from this. All right. Don't beat yourself up over it, guys. Don't beat yourself up over telling a boring story, right? Because you want to make your story interesting, right? You want to make sure that you're bringing in your audience for what it is you're about to tell, right? So, let me see here. So, you're taught from these English books that are put together by non-native English speakers, not teachers, because they're just literally translating. Or you may have just a team of people who are just literally translating exactly what's been written to your native tongue or vice versa, right? So you end up with really horrible grammarly structured books or grammatically incorrect or too grammarly correct or whatever it might be. So you're learning from very basic books and you're not being told real English. You're not being taught real English. And that's the ugly truth. So you're taught from these books, grammar exercises, fill in the blank, and no one taught you how to hold someone's attention, right? I mean, you go to these competitions, the judges are paid to listen to you. Do they want to listen to you? Maybe yes, maybe no. But in reality, they're being paid for it, right? They're being paid. So they're being paid to listen to you speak. Despite whether or not you might be boring or not, okay? So you're not taught how to hold someone's attention. So no one showed you how to create suspense, drama, or flow with your story. And as a result, when it's time to speak, your English sounds technically correct, but it's emotionally dead. So it's a dead story. It's a dead end. No one cares to listen to it. So I'm going to hopefully give you some tips, tricks, and ways that you can articulate yourself better and make yourself sound more interesting, right? So why your stories sound boring, even if you're grammatically correct, or even if your grammar is correct, why native speakers do naturally when they tell stories, and how you can use the tricks even if your English is not perfect. All right? So let's get on with the first point. So you start with facts, not curiosity. So what we most learn is last weekend I went to the beach with my family. We left at 9 a.m. and the weather was nice. Now, that's accurate, but it's boring. You've already told the whole story in one sentence. So what great storytellers do, all right, what they do is they start with a hook, not information, right? They start with a hook and not information, and that is where it begins, right? Give me one moment, guys. I have to check one thing. Sorry to pause in the middle. All right, give me a second. Sorry, there's one thing I gotta check, because I am live, but I want to make sure it's going to the proper people. So please forgive me. Oh, code. One second, guys. There's one thing I gotta do here, and that is making sure it's going to the right people. Okay, something's wrong, guys. I apologize. Give me a second, please. Okay, let's see. Is this public? Okay, I guess it is public. I didn't think it was public, so I guess it's public. All right. All right, I'll keep going then. All right, so forgive me, guys. Let's continue. So, what do great storytellers do? They start with a hook, not information. You won't believe what happened at the beach on Sunday. I thought it was going to be a chill family trip, but no. This is why I don't trust seagulls anymore. So, like, they're already hooking you with, well, why don't you trust seagulls anymore? You know, you want to know more information, right? So you hook them if you're telling a fun story, right? So start with something that makes people want to know more. Use mystery, surprise, or conflict before you give background. So if you're here, give me a sentence that you could say that would make someone ask you to continue. What is something that you could say that would ask you to continue your story? So I'll give you a real life example. So I was coming back from getting lunch. I was coming back from something. And I stopped to get lunch. I was walking back to my place. I saw one of my students. We chatted for a bit. You'll never believe what happened. He was playing basketball, and I did something with the basketball that I did not expect would ever happen. I did not expect this to happen with the basketball. I did not expect to make that shot. Now you're hooked. Well, what shot? How did you make the hoop? Or whatever, right? How did you make the basket? How did you get the basketball in the hoop? All right, so I'm already hooking you in. You'll never believe the basketball shot I made. I was just toying around. I did not expect it to happen, and then it happened. So what I did, guys, is I was just playing with one of my students. He was shooting the basketball, so we're shooting it. We're making shots. So, all right, check this out. I turned around, one hand, one ball, over the head, and I made the basket. Nothing but net. Didn't even hit the backboard. Now that's the hook. That's the story. But you lead in with, you're never going to guess what happened. I am not an athlete, but a student was playing basketball. I took the basketball, turned around, and you'll never believe what happened. And then you hook them. That's how you get them ready to listen, ready to be engaged. So, what's a sentence that you could say that would make someone ask you to continue? So you got to think of something that hooks your person that you're telling the story to. Now, another point, guys, is another reason why your story might be boring is that you tell it like a report. So not an experience, but a report card. It's like a book report. One day we were out in the rain and it started to rain. I did not have an umbrella and I got wet. I walked home in the rain with no umbrella. I did not think it was going to rain that day. Now, that's probably putting you to sleep, hearing it that way, hearing it in that manner. So, you have to stop speaking like you're giving a presentation. If you're giving a presentation, you have to have heart and soul. You have to give it your all. You have to present it in a way that you're going to grab them. You're going to say, stay here, listen to me on what I have to say. All right? So, first we got to the car. Then we arrived. After that, we ate. There's no emotion. There's no reaction. There's no energy. Now, if you're going to speak it in a manner that's going to grab their attention, we got stuck in traffic for 45 minutes. My dad was losing his mind. As soon as we parked, the dog ran straight This dog ran straight at us and stole our sandwich. It was so hot, I actually thought I was melting. So you fix your feelings, add your reactions, and let your personality show. You can even give in this example, we got stuck in traffic for like 45 minutes and my dad was losing his mind. As soon as we parked, this dog ran straight at us and stole our sandwich. It was so hot, I actually thought I was melting. Use your feelings again, your reaction, your personality to show that you're enthusiastic about what you're about to share, what you're about to present. Okay? That is the ultimate goal. That is exactly what you have to do. All right? And if you do that, then you're golden. Right? You're golden. It's going to work. All right? All right. I hope you guys are doing good. Let's get to the next point, guys. Another reason why it might not be interesting to listen to, or that maybe you're not grabbing their attention the right way, is you're over-explaining and you're adding useless detail. So you're adding detail that's not needed, that's not warranted, that's not important to the story you want to tell. So, you're telling a story. Telling a story is not about sharing everything you remember. It's about sharing what's interesting. All right? So, we left at exactly 9:07 and we stopped for 15 minutes to get gas. And the cashier's name was Min. Nobody will care about those useless details. Okay? No one will care. All right? So keep what builds the story. Create surprise. Make people laugh or relate. We were already late and we got stuck behind a cow parade. A literal cow parade. So you need to ask yourself, does this detail help the story? If not, cut it out, right? Get rid of it. Let it be gone. Bada bing, bada boom, bada moosh. Get rid of it. Think of a time you told a story and what part did people actually react to? Think about the story that you told, and then if you can think about the time they reacted to the part of that story, you'll know that is something that you keep in your story or you keep in what you're sharing, right? So that is something you must ask yourself. All right. Another point, guys. All right. Your voice doesn't match your story. Okay. Your voice doesn't match the tone, the rhythm, the articulation, the tone, the zone. If I'm repeating, forgive me. But you could have the most absolutely amazing story, right? You could have an amazing story. But if your tone is flat, your pauses are weird, and your energy does not match the moment, people are going to lose interest. So they're not going to care what it is you have to say. You're already going to lose them, even if it's the most magnificent story. If you saw a dinosaur, I saw a dinosaur last weekend. He was very angry. We were scared. No one's going to care, right? Because your voice is not matching the attitude, the flow, the tone, the rhythm, the emotion of the story. So people are going to lose interest. And then I saw a snake. And then I saw a snake. I froze. Like, I was not ready for that. I was not ready for the snake. I can tell you a story, guys. So when I was, I remember as a kid, right? I was riding my bike or something. I forget what it was. It was my brother's birthday. He got a snake for his birthday. I hate snakes. I genuinely am afraid of snakes. I hate them. I don't know why. I don't like seeing them on TV. I don't like seeing pictures of them. They give me the creeps. I'm a 42-year-old man who hates snakes and is scared out of their mind with snakes. I hate them. Anyways, so I'm playing, I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, and my brother goes, "Hey, Grant!" And he puts the snake around my neck. I froze. I was scared out of my mind. I did not know what I was going to do. But when he put that snake around me, I panicked. I was fearing for my life. I did not like that at all. Scared the living daylight out of me. Scared me to the blooms, guys. All right, scared. Put it right around my neck. Now, you can see, I'm not trying to over-dramatize. That's how I really felt. But you can tell in the way I'm telling it that you have to have that emotion. I was playing with my friends. And it was my brother's birthday. He got a snake for his birthday. He came up behind me and put the snake around my neck. I do not like snakes. They scare me. It scared me. You hear the difference? So if you have a monotone voice, a monotone story, you're going to lose them. You're going to lose them. That's what's going to happen. All right? So now, this is how you fix it. Intonation, emotion, rhythm, pause before the surprise, speed up with excitement, slow down with suspense, right? You're building it. You want to get them. So can you say the sentence, "Then I saw a snake," in a way that creates suspense? And then I saw a snake. Say it out loud if you're watching this video or watching it back, not live, but then I saw a snake. Then I saw a snake. You hear the difference of the tone, the emotion, the rhythm, the intonation. If you don't sell it, it's going to cease to exist. If you do not sell that sentence, it's going to be meaningless to the audience or to the people, your friends, your family, your teacher, your classmates that are listening. And then I saw a snake. If you keep it boring, if your voice is monotone and robotic, you will lose them the second you say "and." You'll lose them. Okay? So, now, another reason why your stories may not sound interesting. All right? Another reason why your stories will not sound interesting is you do not build to a moment. You just stop. So most learners in stories like this. Yeah, so that's what happened. Then I went home. That's not an ending. That's a period. So strong speakers end with something that lands. Now, again, guys, I'm only speaking about if you wanted to tell something that happened to you or with your friends, and you want to make it a storytelling moment, right? You want to create that storytelling moment, then you will be able to build on that. So you have to build. So strong speakers will end with something that lands. It could be a funny twist, a final feeling, or a quick reflection. So now I check my backpack like 5 times before every trip. Lesson learned. Never trust my cousin with the directions. Anyway, I survived, but barely. That's an ending you look for. So if you're telling a story or just, whatever it might be, you have to give that bam to it. You have to give that oomph. There's no word I can think of, guys. It's an oomph for it, right? So think about what the last taste of your story should be. What do you want people to remember? All right? What is a good final sentence you could say to wrap up a story? Think of any story that you want to tell and then tell me what is a good sentence to wrap up a story. All right? Think about that. And then let's do the final point, guys. It looks like I got about 6 points I have in my notes here. And Glies, I can't speak English. Glies, are you there? Glies, are you there? I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked now. So if you're here in the chat, let me know. I can see all chats. I believe I can see all chats. Oh, I see more chats. I guess I was not seeing everyone. Nujian, Viet Bao, and Radra. Hello, welcome. I guess I was only on my YouTube chat. I don't know why. But now I see you guys. Nujian, Viet Bao, thank you. You're awesome. I don't know why I can't make a comment. Oh well. Okay. Anywho, all right. Give me a moment, guys. I have to do one quick thing, and I will finish the lecture. Okay. Don't let me know how long I've been going for. But if you're here, let me know. I'm looking right at the chat, the correct chat, which is cool. So let me do this and. Oh wow! Oh my god! I got a star! I didn't even see that. That is awesome! Thank you! I'm so sorry! When did you send that? Oh, good. Okay, you sent it a minute ago. Okay, I just caught it. You're awesome! Thank you! Thank you! Appreciate you so much! Thank you! You are awesome! Thank you so much! I'm so happy I didn't catch it late. Thank you so much. I don't even expect you to get these stars, but you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, thank you. I love the star. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy. And I'm so happy I caught it. The thing is I'm looking at the multi-stream. I did not see Anthony. Long time, Anthony. We gotta catch up, dude. I'm still looking into Hanoi this summer. I'm still looking into Hanoi. Tell your mom thank you. All right? Tell your mom I said thank you. You're awesome, dude. You're awesome. You did miss I think it's a good lesson, you know. Let me finish up and then I'll kind of maybe venture off and do something different. But Anthony, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do. Thank you. All right, so now I got kind of sidetracked. I'm surprised I've only been speaking for 30 minutes. So, and like a lot of that was me preparing. Hopefully this is a good lecture for you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, Anthony, you are a good example at storytelling because you tell good stories. I see your videos. So you keep the intonation, you keep the tone, you keep the rhythm, and that is a star speech there. So as long as you're using those storytelling skills to grab the audience, to keep them hooked, then you're golden. And as long as you're excited about what you're going to share, then you're golden. So, thank you so much. All right, let me finish up, guys. Let me finish up with the last chat here. One second here. All right. All right, so we're going to the final point, all right? The final point of storytelling is that you don't pause enough times, okay? So you don't pause enough times, and that might be why the story falls flat. So if you're telling a story, right? You're telling a story, and you're losing them, but it's because your story is falling flat. Pauses aren't awkward as awkward as you might think they are. They're actually really powerful because the pauses gives them time to react to what's going on, right? So it gives them time to react to the story. So we went to the store and the dog started barking, and like if you're not pausing and then like if you don't pause, you're not creating suspense, you're not creating a story, you're creating a hurry. You're creating a hurry with your story. You'll lose you'll lose your friends, you'll lose your family who's listening, you'll lose the people who are watching your video, and everything will fall flat, and it will be hard to get back up to go on. So, with pauses, I walked in. It was quiet, too quiet, and then 8 a.m. This dog jumps at me, right? So the pause. I walked in. It was quiet, and then 8 a.m. The dog jumps at me, right? Use silence on purpose. Pause after key moments and let people lean in to because they want to know more. And then what? And then what? And then what? Okay? So try telling one sentence in your head with 2 pauses. So think of something that you might share, but break it into pauses and see if you can hear that difference, right? So that is the truth why your stories may fall flat. So if your stories feel boring, it's not because you're not smart enough. It's because no one ever taught you how to speak like a storyteller. So you were taught to translate, you were taught to be correct, but that doesn't make people feel anything. The difference between someone who is getting ignored and someone who keeps the people hooked, okay? That's what it is. Keep them hooked, right? You want the hook, all right? So you want to keep them in the moment with you. So start with curiosity, not a timeline. Speak with emotion, not just facts. Cut out the boring stuff that's not important in your story. Nobody wants your GPS log. Nobody wants you to give us a play-by-play. This is not a football game, right? Match the voice with your story. All right? Match it with a story. And then end with something that sticks. Okay? End with something that sticks. If you end something that sticks, then you're golden. All right? Pauses allow you to breathe with the people. Let the people breathe with you. You cannot continue to tell a story and then say, this happened, and then I went to the store, and then I went camping. Then I saw my father, and we went to the mountains. And, if you don't stop, they can't breathe. You can't breathe. You've lost them already. Okay? So, you don't need to have perfect grammar. You need to be able to connect with them. You need rhythm. You need your story. Tell your story. Don't tell your textbook story. Nobody cares about a textbook. Every time that you speak in English, you have a choice. Do you tell people what happened, or do you make them feel with you? There's a difference between speaking and being heard. So what is your story? And most importantly, how are you going to tell it next time? So again, if you're ever falling flat with your stories, that is all you got to do, kiddo. And you'll be well and set on your way. All right? So, I hope this has been helpful. And I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to plot a game into the live stream. I want to eat something, but I don't want to let this die. So I'm going to... Actually, I think I might end it. Yeah, I might end it. So if you guys chimed in, guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for chiming in. I appreciate every single one of you for doing that. It means a lot to me that you came in and that you participated. And for the awesome stars from Anthony, thank you so much. And for I appreciate it. All right. That is it, guys. I will say au revoir, saijin, sayonara, bye-bye. Till next time, adios, and other ways to say goodbye. Just imagine I said goodbye. So, goodbye, guys. Take it easy. Maybe in an hour or two, I will come back live, and it will be something completely different. I'll maybe play a game or something. So, that is it. All right. Au revoir, adios, sayonara.